Country boy, I love you. Hey, what's up? Check this out. I just recently got my voice back. I lost it. I don't know where it went. I don't know why it went. I don't know what the vibe was, but anyways, for a long time I sounded like Debbie Gallagher, which I didn't love. But what are you gonna do, you know? So it's coming back, but it's gonna crack a little bit. Snap, crackle, pop. That's my voice right now. But I just was pondering and mulling over my last almost 8 months. I was just thinking to myself, how cool have these last 8 months been? And they've been so cool. I can't even explain it. Like, God has been teaching me the most ridiculous things and like just completely blowing my mind on who he is. And I don't want to like seriously get into that, but I will say he has shown me that he loves my personality and that he loves who he created me to be, that he is proud of me, that he has a fullness for me, but at the same time with that he has that fullness for me, but he also is there and loves me and cherishes me even whenever I am outside of that, if that makes sense. I don't know, that sounds a little bit Christian, so maybe I'm just gonna stop there and I don't want to kind of get into that. Among the last 8 months, I've done one particular thing for myself that I want to share about. That thing is that I stopped drinking. We can get into whether or not you believe that drinking is wrong or right or a sin or good or bad or whatever. I personally don't have a problem with it, but I thought that I needed to stop for myself, and I kind of came to a realization for myself that it was an addiction that I had been battling but justifying. It isn't an uncommon theme within my family, addiction, and I think that it's just because we have quite obsessive personalities. That sounds weird. We have quite addictive personalities, not obsessive, that's really weird, but we have quite addictive personalities. So if we enjoy something, whether it's good or harmful, we have to do it all the time. So I kind of came to that realization after that night of binge drinking because I was angry that it had been an addiction that I had been justifying even well into being a missionary. Shocking, I know. We're not perfect. But we love the Lord and we love people, and I think that that's really, you know, what it boils down to. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. But I wanted to share a couple of things that has happened to me since I stopped drinking. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? First things first. First of all, have you seen that? That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. There's another meme, and he goes, first of all. First of all. Okay, so the first thing that really happened to me was I got healthier. I wasn't consuming a ton of beer and alcohol, and so I got healthier. I started working out, I started eating better, and so because of that I started feeling better. My skin started glowing. I started to feel better about myself. I started to become more confident in myself, and that has translated even now 8 months later to something that I'm continually passionate about, which I have another video on that's a little bit silly but also fun, that I'll put the link in the description too. You can go check that out. So that's one thing. First, I just got healthier. Done and done. Second, because of getting healthier, I became more confident and I started to not grow in my worth, because my worth hadn't changed just because of that, whatever. But I started to grow in understanding my worth and understanding who I was and understanding that I'm a freaking catch. You know what I mean? Oh, and I made a decision to go back to Australia for another 2 years of my life. I'm just gonna check if this is still recording. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it's not. Good news. It is. So understanding kind of my worth and understanding that I have a lot to kind of bring to the table, and I have a lot that I still need to learn and still can learn and always will be learning forever. Listen, I feel like I'm rambling and I feel like this doesn't make heaps of sense, but I hope that it does. Since coming home, I've been hanging out mostly with my older sister and some of her friends, and they really like having me along for the ride. And no, before you ask, it's not just because I'm the DD, because we take Ubers. Quick story time, oh my gosh. So the other day, I was the DD, and there were too many people in the car. What are you gonna do? That's neither here nor there, whatever. We're driving back home from the kind of bar, club, music venue place that we were at, and we're driving back home, and all of a sudden, what do we see behind us? Blue lights. Oh my gosh, your girl was shaken, not stirred. I was shook. I was so nervous, but on the inside. On the outside, I was like, it's fine, guys. Like, let's just keep it cool and collected. So we get there, the officer asks for license and registration, blah, blah, blah. I get out of the car, because he asked me to. He says, ma'am, will you please step out of the car? So I get out of the car, and he looks at me and he's like, what about this looks like it's a good idea? And I was like, listen, man, I get it. I know what you mean. I was the only sober one, and I'm just driving him home. You know, I just wanted to make sure that none of them got behind the wheel and, you know, kind of really trying to make it look like it was better than it really was. And he said, listen, you guys are making the right decision, but at the same time, you are making the wrong decision. And in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I really can't afford to have a ticket right now because of this bull crap. Like, it wasn't even my idea to have this many people in the car. I'm just the driver and whatever, but I know it's still my responsibility, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take this. So the cop goes to the car and starts asking them, a bunch of people who were drunk, what looked good about this. And these clowns were like, it was cheaper than taking an Uber, so that's pretty much why it was good. And I was like, oh, and the people that I was with just kept egging them on, saying, it's okay, we'll just ride the rest of the way in the trunk, and you know, we'll have everybody will be wearing seatbelts, and anyone who can't wear seatbelts will be in the trunk. And I was like, guys, stop, just leave it. Anyways, long story short, the cop said, listen, just call an Uber, call a taxi, I don't care, but only the proper amount of people are riding in this car. I'm not gonna write you guys any tickets because you were still making the right decision, even though you were also making a wrong decision. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. That was the one time I was the DD. They love me. And I realized that drunk people are so nice. They're so impressed with everything that I do. And I will do the most like mundane, routine tasks. Is this what it's like to be sober all the time at parties? Like, is this literally what it's like, just being able to find things and being able to like do the Cupid shuffle or the cha-cha slide and everybody love you? On top of that, they just compliment me all night. All night, that's all they're saying. Hey, don't you look beautiful? And I'm like, I guess, like, kind of, whatever. Like, but they're like going for it, man. And then, you know what I get to do? I get to sit there, let people tell me how great I am, and then at a reasonable hour, I get to say, okay guys, this has been fun, but everyone is safe. I've been drinking a lot of water, so I'm hydrated. So I'm gonna go to bed by myself, my own room, and I come home, I go to sleep, I wake up the next morning, happy as a clam, healthy, not hungover, not sick. I make myself a coffee, I drive myself to church, I go to church, I come home, I eat some lunch, I go and I sit at the pool, and I watch them as they all continue drinking while I'm drinking my beautiful ice cold water, not sick. It's amazing. And then, on top of that, do you know how much money you save from not buying alcohol? I literally bought 2 water bottles for $5, and they were spending $12 on a drink. $12, and I bought 2, and like small drinks, and I bought 2 water bottles for $4, the other dollar to make it $5. I gave the lady a tip because she looked like she was having a rough night because all these drunks were in her face. And I know, what are you gonna do? It's not much. I'm a barista, I know. It's annoying whenever people just throw their change in the tip jar, but it's all I had. You save so much money by not buying alcohol, you guys. I'm not kidding you. So while these guys are chugging down $12 drinks, I'm sipping on my $2 water bottle, living life, listening to some music, dancing the night away, being complimented all night. Life couldn't be better, minus alcohol for me. Honestly, I don't think I ever want to go back. Guys, listen, that was it. That's all I had to say. I just wanted to share that with you. Disclaimer, I really don't have anything against alcohol. It was a personal decision that I made on my own. These guys that I'm telling stories about are incredible. I love them. I love hanging out with them. Really kind human beings, genuinely kind. They also compliment me when they're sober. I don't have a problem with it. A lot of my closest friends drink. I just made a personal decision not to, and this is just kind of how much I'm loving it. I'm living in paradise, you guys. Paradise in North Carolina. Hope you guys laughed a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this video, make sure there's a little subscribe button just right down below, and it really would mean a lot to me if you would just give that guy a little click, and then I've never made that noise before with my mouth. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted right now. That little bell next to it, just give that guy a little click as well, so you can be notified whenever I post another video. I do have a lot of fun making these. I know, like, I don't like looking at my views, but I do recognize that I'm not really talking to a whole heck of a lot of people, like 20 or if that, on most of these videos, but I have a really good time doing it, and I hope that you guys have a good time watching it. I try to keep it as real and genuine as I can. I also have an Instagram account where I post a lot of fun photos and more shorter things on my story. Make sure I've got the link to my Instagram, my Twitter, my Spotify, my blog. All of those things are just down in the oh my gosh, I tripped over my words. They're just down in the description box, so make sure to just give that guy a little click, follow those links, check it out. It will be a good time and you won't regret it. I do appreciate you guys that are watching this. Respect, nothing but love for you, Brettas, and I will catch you guys on the flip side next Monday with a funky, fresh little vlog of my week at the beach with my family. Ah! So excited. Okay, that's it. I'll catch you guys later. Over and out, sweet little... Okay, here's the thing. I was gonna say gemstones. Are rhinestones good? I don't think they are. I'm gonna Google it. I'll keep you guys posted. I don't think that they're necessarily, like, worth anything. Are rhinestones like the plastic? I think they're like the plastic things, like what Jenna Marbles put all over her face. Right. Yeah. Is a diamond simulant originally made from rock crystal, but since the 19th century, crystal glass, acrylic. Right, so rhinestones are definitely the craft that you can buy from Hobby Lobby. And that's not what you guys are. You're precious. You're gemstones. Over and out, sweet little gemstones. Love you. Bye.